Sun TV. Mecca, Saudi Arabia, April 26, 1964. I have just completed my pilgrimage Hajj here to the Holy City of Mecca, the holiest city on earth, which is absolutely forbidden for non-Muslims to even rest their eyes upon. This pilgrimage is the most important event in the life of all Muslims, and there are over 226,000 who are here right now from outside of Arabia. From Turkey came the largest contagion, around 50,000, in over 600 buses. This refutes Westerner propaganda that Turkey is turning away from Islam. I know of only two others who have made the actual Hajj to Mecca from America, and both of them are West Indians who also converts to Islam. Mr. Elijah Muhammad, two of his sons and a couple of his followers visited Mecca outside the Hajj season, and their visit is known as the Omra, or lesser pilgrimage. It is considered a blessing in the Muslim world even to make the Umrah. I very much doubt that 10 American citizens have ever visited Mecca, and I do believe that I might be the first American-born Negro to make the actual Hajj itself. I'm not saying this to boast, but only to point out what a wonderful accomplishment and blessing it is, and also to enable you to be in a better position intellectually to evaluate it in its proper light, and then your own intelligence can place it in its proper place. This pilgrimage to the holiest of cities has been a unique experience for me, but one which has made me the recipient of numerous unexpected blessings beyond my wildest dreams. Shortly after my arrival in Jeddah, I was met by Prince Mohammed Faisal, who informed me that his illustrious father, His Excellency, Crown Prince Faisal, had decreed that I shall be the ruler of Arabia's guest. What has happened since then would take several books to describe, but though the Excellency, I have stayed in hotels in Jeddah, Mecca, Mina, with a private car, a driver, a religious guide, and many servants at my disposal. Never have I been so highly honored, and never had such honor and respect made me feel more humble and unworthy. Who would believe that such blessings should be heaped upon an American Negro? But in the Muslim world, when one accepts Islam and ceases to be white or Negro, Islam recognizes all men as men, because the people here in Arabia believe that God is one. They believe that all people are also one, and that all our brothers and sisters is one human family. I have never before witnessed such sincere hospitality and the practice of true brotherhood as I have seen here in Arabia. In fact, all I have seen and experienced on this pilgrimage has forced me to rearrange much of my thought patterns and to toss aside some of my previous conclusions. This adjustment to reality wasn't too difficult for me to undergo because, despite my firm conviction in whatever I believe, I have always tried to keep an open mind, which is absolutely necessary to reflect the flexibility that must go hand in hand with anyone with intelligent quest for truth never comes to an end. There are Muslims here of all colors, from every part of the earth. During the past days here in Mecca, Jeddah, Mina, and Mustalif, while understanding the rituals of the Hajj, I have eaten from the same plate, drank from the same glass, and slept on the same bed or rug with kings, potentates, and other forms of rulers, with fellow Muslims whose skin was the whitest of white, whose eyes were the bluest of blue, and whose hair was the blondest of blonde. I could look into their blue eyes and see that they regarded me as the same, brothers, because their faith in one God, Allah, had actually removed white from their mind, which automatically changed their attitude and their behavior towards people of other colors. Their beliefs in the oneness has made them so different from American whites that the colors played no part in my mind in my dealing with them. Their sincerity to one God and their acceptance of all people as equals makes them, so-called whites, also accepted as equals into the brotherhood of Islam along with the non-whites. If white Americans could accept the religion of Islam, if they could accept the oneness of God, Allah, they too could then sincerely accept the oneness of men and cease to measure others always in terms of their difference in color. And with racism now plaguing in America like an incurable cancer, all thinking Americans should be more receptive to Islam as an already proven solution to the race problem. The American Negro could never be blamed for his racial animosities, because his are only reaction or defense mechanisms which his subconscious intelligence has forced him to react against the conscious racism practiced, initiated against Negroes in America by American whites. But as America's insane obsession with racism leads her up the suicidal path, nearer to the precipice that leads to the bottomless pits below, I do believe that whites of the younger generation in the colleges and universities, through their own young, less hampered intellects, will see the handwriting on the wall and turn for spiritual salvation to the religion of Islam and force the older generation to turn with them. This is the only way white America can warn off the inevitable disaster that racism always leads to, and Hitler's Nazi Germany was best proof of this. Now that I have visited Mecca and gotten my own personal spiritual path adjusted to, where I can better understand the depth of my religion, Islam, I shall be leaving in a couple of days to continue my journey into our African fatherland, Allah willing, by May 20th. Before my return to New York, I shall have visited Sudan, Kenya, Tanganyika, Zanzibar, Nigeria, Ghana, and Algeria. You may use this letter in any way you desire. Al-Hajj Malik al-Shabazz, Malcolm X.